This is my current favourite go-to piece of kit. This is the Haglöfs L.I.M Mimic Barrier Hood. All of us here at Outside get really excited when the Haglöfs new stuff arrives because it's always just such good quality and make really interesting gear. And anything that's got that L.I.M logo on it, you know it's going to be super special. So if it wasn't already obvious, L.I.M stands for less is more. So that's usually products where they've stripped everything back so you can feel light and nimble in the hills, and I think this jacket is a perfect example. So I think the stripped back nature of this jacket is why I love it so much. It's extremely versatile because basically it's really breathable and it's windproof and it seems to do lots of different functions. So I've not had it that long to test, but at the same time I've used it absolutely loads. I recently took it to Scotland and I walked in it, which is quite bizarre for wearing a jacket like this, and it was so breathable, it was perfect, it was windproof and yet let all my sweat out. But what I found even more remarkable is just put one other fluffy layer underneath it, which was Haglöfs as well, and it worked absolutely perfectly, and actually I did all the winter climbing in it as my outer layer. I think many other jackets like this are trying to be breathable sort of mid layers, actually don't have tough enough face fabrics to do the climbing in, and that's what I was so pleased about. So moving on to that fabric, it's extremely stretchy, really light, woven face fabric made of elastane and polyamide. It's recycled and PFAS free, and it just feels brilliant. So I've actually got some wind blowing on my back now, but I know it's getting blocked nicely. It's extremely stretchy and I can climb in it and got real freedom of movement. And that 20 denier face fabric is covering up some synthetic fibre insulation. Now that is perfect for a jacket like this that's extremely breathable. There's only 25 grams per square metre of it, so that's not a lot, which means it's not a big, warm, burly jacket. It's an extremely light and easy to wear layering jacket. And that insulation isn't even everywhere. It's down the outside of the arms and on the front and on the back, but under the arms there is no insulation. Again, that seems to work really well because that's the areas where you get the most hot, and they've even got little perforations under the armpits to let all that sweat out. And all of that comes in at 282 grams, which is really light for such a durable jacket. So being in that L.I.M range, it does mean it's very stripped back. So the cuffs are just simple elastic, as is the hem. Now, something that's really noticeable here is everyone who's tried it on has instantly gone like this. There's no hand pockets. Now, at first I thought, oh, that's a shame. Sell better if it had hand pockets. But I think one of the reasons I really love it is it doesn't have them. And the reason that is, I think most jackets have pockets like that. Generally, you end up going to watch the football or put your hands in your pocket and feed the ducks or something like that. If you think about it, this is a doing jacket. Your hands should be out, you've got your chest pocket, which will take anything you need, and you should be doing things in it. That's also why it felt so good to be climbing in Scotland, because I had my harness and my rucksack always around the midriff here. Pockets in there that I might have put stuff in would just get annoying and in the way. I found having just the chest pocket was enough. I could easily put my phone in there or a snack, something like that. And also the whole jacket stuffs in that pocket, so it's got a two-way zip. Another little simple feature that I really liked as well is within that pocket is of course a little hook so you can clip it to your harness or something like that. I found that really useful because I've got one of those bungee lanyards for my phone, so I could clip that to it, and when I got it out to check the topo while we're on the route, I knew I wasn't going to drop my phone. I sort of wish all jackets had that, because let's be honest, most of us have our phone with us, whether it's to call emergency services or check where you're going or just answer a phone call. It's really nice to have it handy and know I'm not going to lose it. The hood again is very simple but really works well. It has one simple adjuster on the back that can pull nice and tight when you're not wearing a hat or a helmet and cinch down to your head. But what was great is it was stretchy enough to go over my helmet, because remember I was wearing this as my outer layer while winter climbing. Now obviously it's not a waterproof jacket, there's no membrane in there, but it is incredibly water resistant. While I was in Scotland climbing, I might well have put a shell over the top if the weather turned and got really bad, but it was lovely not having to because I felt very free to move. That face fabric does feature a PFAS-free DWR, so any moisture that was going on there was running off really nicely. And when I got back to the van and finished the day, it felt bone dry. So while we've stocked this for the summer months here at Outside, I actually think I'm going to be using it year round. Like I say, you can easily use it for running in cold weather, use it as your thing in spring and autumn just to keep that chill off because it's windproof, like I said, other than under the arms where those holes are. But also in winter, layering up with it as a part of your mid-layer system is going to be absolutely perfect. I certainly think I'm going to do a lot of climbing on it. It feels tough enough to cope with the gritstone. And you know those chilly evenings where the breeze is just whipping over the top? I'll happily climb in it, but also it's going to stuff down, go in that pocket and clip to harnesses on multi-pitch routes as well. So I kind of wish I had more to tell you about this jacket, But let's be honest, it's in the name, less is more. And that's one of the reasons I love it so much. I'm going to use it for all my adventures going forward. So I do hope you enjoyed that video as much as I'm enjoying this jacket. They've got loads of other videos on our YouTube channel, so maybe consider subscribing down below. Or if you get a chance, come in the shop and try it on for yourself and see why I love it so much.